Gabrielle Union's life is a compelling testament to resilience, transformation, and unapologetic self-expression. From her early days in Nebraska to her evolution into a celebrated actress, activist, and author, Union has crafted a career and public presence that reflect courage, intelligence, and authenticity. Gabrielle Monique Union was born on October 29, 1972, in Omaha, Nebraska, into a middle-class African-American family. Her father, Sylvester Union, worked as a military sergeant and later a business manager, while her mother, Teresa Glass, was a phone company supervisor. Gabrielle was the middle child among three daughters. Though her early childhood in Omaha was relatively stable, her life would soon take a turn that introduced her to the complexity of American race relations. At the age of 8, Gabrielle's family relocated to Pleasanton, California, a predominantly white suburb in the San Francisco Bay Area. This move, while offering new opportunities, also exposed her to subtle and overt forms of racism. Union later reflected that she often felt invisible or misunderstood in her white-majority school and community. She struggled with issues surrounding identity, beauty, and self-worth, particularly because Eurocentric standards dominated the cultural landscape. Despite these challenges, she was a strong student and an avid athlete, playing soccer and running track during her high school years at Foothill High School. Union enrolled at the University of Nebraska, then transferred to Cuesta College, and ultimately earned a degree in sociology from UCLA. Her goal at the time was to attend law school. But life had other plans. Union's journey into acting was, ironically, an accident. While interning at a modeling and talent agency during college, she was encouraged to try acting. Initially reluctant, she accepted the suggestion, which led to her first small television roles in the mid-1990s. Her early appearances included guest spots on shows like Family Matters, Moesha, Sister, and Seventh Heaven. While these roles were modest, they allowed her to gain industry experience and begin carving a space in Hollywood. Her major breakthrough came in 1999 with the teen comedy Bring It On, where she played Isis, the no-nonsense captain of the East Compton Clovers cheerleading squad. The film, which starred Kirsten Dunst as her rival, became a cultural phenomenon and a defining moment in Union's career. It was one of the first mainstream films to depict a black teenage girl in a position of leadership, confidence, and style. Union's performance was both empowering and magnetic, earning her praise from critics and fans alike. The early 2000s were a golden period in Gabrielle Union's acting career. She quickly became one of the most sought-after black actresses in Hollywood, frequently cast in roles that showcased her strength, grace, and quick wit. She brought emotional depth and intelligence to romantic comedies and dramas, often representing the modern black professional woman with dignity and nuance. Her starring roles included Deliver Us from Eva, 2003, a romantic comedy loosely based on The Taming of the Shrew, where she played a tough, career-driven woman softened by love. Bad Boys 2, 2003, alongside Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, Indiana, which she portrayed a fearless DEA agent. The Brothers, 2001, Two Can Play That Game, 2001, and Think Like a Man, 2012, films that explored black relationships and friendships with humor and realism. Gabrielle Union was often praised for avoiding the stereotypical roles Hollywood often reserved for black actresses. She portrayed multidimensional women, flawed yet strong, funny yet serious, vulnerable yet proud. In 2013, Union took her career to new heights, with her leading role in the BET series, Being Mary Jane. As Mary Jane Paul, a successful yet emotionally complex news anchor, Union delivered one of the most acclaimed performances of her career. The show tackled issues of race, mental health, relationships, career ambition, and black womanhood with a candor rarely seen on television. For 5 seasons, Union used the role to showcase not only her range as an actress, but also to spark meaningful conversations about the realities many professional black women face. Being Mary Jane became a cultural touchstone, and Union earned widespread respect for the show's sophistication and honesty. Union's professional achievements are deeply connected to her personal life, especially her willingness to speak out about her own trauma. At the age of 19, she was raped at gunpoint during a robbery at the Payless store where she worked. For years, she remained silent, but eventually, Union chose to share her story publicly, becoming a fierce advocate for sexual assault survivors. Her courage in speaking out helped break down stigmas and inspired countless women to come forward. She began working closely with organizations such as RAINN Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network, and became a prominent voice in the #MeToo movement. Union has also become a vocal supporter of LGBTQ+ rights, particularly since the public coming out of her stepdaughter Zaya Wade, who is transgender. Union and her husband Dwayne Wade have consistently used their platform to advocate for the rights and dignity of transgender youth, earning praise for their openness and parental love. Gabrielle Union has also carved out a successful career as a writer. Her first memoir, We're Going to Need More Wine, 2017, was a deeply personal and often humorous collection of essays. She tackled topics such as racism, colorism, sexual assault, Hollywood politics, and personal healing. The book became a New York Times bestseller. She followed up with You Got Anything Stronger, 2021, in which she opened up even more, discussing her fertility struggles, her experience with surrogacy, aging, and the emotional toll of fame. She also co-authored children's books like Welcome to the Party and Shady Baby, both of which celebrate diversity, Black joy, and family love. Union's entrepreneurial spirit also shines through her beauty brand, Flawless by Gabrielle Union, which offers haircare products designed for textured hair. She launched the brand to help empower women of color and promote self-love through proper representation in the beauty industry. In 2014, Gabrielle Union married former NBA superstar Dwayne Wade, and the two have become one of Hollywood's most beloved power couples. After struggling with infertility, they welcomed their daughter Kayavia James via surrogacy in 2018. Kayavia, known for her expressive face and bold personality, has charmed fans on social media and earned the nickname Shady Baby. Union is also a devoted stepmother to Wade's children from previous relationships. Her commitment to her family, especially her unconditional support of Zaya, reflects her deeply held values of compassion, inclusivity, and integrity. In the glittering world of Hollywood, where fame often comes and goes with the flash of a camera, few stars have managed to not only sustain relevance but also turn their careers into long-lasting financial legacies. Gabrielle Union, a powerhouse of talent, advocacy, and entrepreneurial spirit, is one such figure. Her estimated net worth of $40 million as of 2025 is the result of decades of strategic choices, creative endeavors, and unyielding commitment to ownership and equity. Union has gracefully evolved from a breakout actress into a multidimensional mogul, using her voice, experiences, and platform to build generational wealth and to help others do the same. Gabrielle Union's financial ascent began modestly. Raised in a middle-class family in Pleasanton, California, Union's early dreams were far removed from glitz and glamour. She studied sociology at UCLA and initially planned to attend law school. However, an internship at a modeling agency opened doors to acting. Her first television gigs in the mid-1990s on shows like Family Matters, Moesha, and Seventh Heaven paid only a few $100s per appearance. But each small role brought her closer to stability and recognition. Her breakout came in 1999's Bring It On, a teen cheerleading comedy that earned over $90 million worldwide. While her salary for the film was modest, the exposure was invaluable. It elevated her status in Hollywood and allowed her to command larger paychecks in future roles. She was no longer just a pretty face, she was a bankable star. In the early 2000s, Gabrielle Union became a regular in both black and mainstream romantic comedies, quickly becoming a fan favorite for her wit, poise, and emotional intelligence on screen. She starred in successful films like Deliver Us from Eva, 2003, Bad Boys 2, 2003, The Brothers, 2001, Think Like a Man, 2012. These films, many of which grossed well over $50 million, helped Union transition into a higher pay bracket. By the mid-2000s, she was reportedly earning low to mid-six-figure salaries per film, eventually reaching seven figures for major roles. The most pivotal point in her financial journey came in 2013, when she starred in the critically acclaimed BET series Being Mary Jane. It was a defining moment not just for her career, but for her income. Union reportedly earned up to $150,000 per episode in the final seasons, totaling millions over the show's 5-season run. This role also established her as a television lead actress, opening more doors for lucrative TV projects and production opportunities. Gabrielle Union's evolution into a best-selling author added another stream to her income. Her first memoir, We're Going to Need More Wine, 2017, was both a critical and commercial success, making the New York Times bestsellers list. With her signature blend of humor and honesty, she touched on themes of race, gender, trauma, and healing. The book sold hundreds of thousands of copies and earned her paid speaking engagements, media appearances, and renewed cultural relevance. In 2021, she released her second memoir, You Got Anything Stronger? Delving deeper into issues like infertility, aging, parenting, and vulnerability. Again, it found a wide audience and strengthened her financial profile in the publishing world. Union also authored several children's books, including Welcome to the Party, 2020, Shady Baby, 2021, co-authored with her husband, Dwyane Wade. These books, inspired by her daughter Kayavia, were bestsellers in their category and have since been expanded into a children's brand. This success in publishing marked her shift from actress to cultural entrepreneur. Throughout her career, Gabrielle Union has endorsed several major brands, often aligning with companies that reflect her values and lifestyle. These deals, while carefully curated, have significantly boosted her income. Some key partnerships include Neutrogena, for which she became a long-standing brand ambassador, AT&T, featuring her in nationwide campaigns, Apple Music, where she voiced playlists and social commentary. Each endorsement reportedly brought in 6- to 7-figure paydays, solidifying her status as a high-value brand partner. Gabrielle Union's financial portfolio is deeply enriched by her marriage to NBA legend Dwyane Wade, who is estimated to be worth over $170 million. Together, they form a dynamic power couple that invests jointly in real estate, tech, and sports ownership. Aid. They own multiple properties, including a luxury mansion in Hidden Hills, California, Jointy, a vacation property in Miami Beach, Jointy, investments in rental and commercial real estate. In addition, they hold equity in the NBA's Utah Jazz, where Wade is a minority owner. They have also invested in startups and socially conscious ventures, positioning themselves as champions of economic empowerment in the Black community. Despite her wealth, Union has never hoarded her fortune. A strong believer in giving back, she has donated millions to causes she believes in, particularly around racial justice, gay, LGBTQ+ rights, sexual assault survivor advocacy, mental health access. She and Dwyane Wade founded the Wade Family Foundation, which focuses on community empowerment, education, and LGBTQ+ youth support. Union also regularly hosts workshops and panels on financial literacy, especially geared toward women and people of color in the creative industries. Gabrielle Union's net worth of $40 million is not just a number. It is the visible outcome of strategic decisions, passion-driven projects, and empowered ownership. From television screens to boardrooms, from bookshops to beauty aisles, Union has built a portfolio as diverse and dynamic as her talent. Her journey is a powerful example of how a woman, particularly a Black woman, can control her narrative, build wealth with purpose, and uplift others in the process. Gabrielle Union has turned her life into a brand, her brand into a business, and her business into a movement. In doing so, she has redefined what it means to be rich, not just in finances but in influence, freedom, and legacy.